All right, so in the land of the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, how is it that we never gave our children any local desi heroes or heroines to believe in, to dream about, to want to emulate, to obsess about? Let's introduce our panel this evening. We're joined from Mumbai by Vikas Behel. He's the director of Chiller Party, finally a film for kids, and we'll ask him a little bit about why it's been so difficult to actually mainstream and create a cult sort of tale for kids to believe in. Also joining us, Samit Basu. He's of course a well-known author, most recently of the fantasy fiction Turbulence. And joining us, somebody who's going to give us his perspective from the horse's mouth, Divij Singh, a student with Sri Ram School here in Delhi. Samit, if I can start with you. I mean, I betray my generation when I talk about Blyton and the Faraway Tree and Roald Dahl and William, which is what you read growing up. But we also read Chacha Chaudhary and Amar Chitra Katha and so on, but it did not capture our imagination in the same way.
Right.
Why?
Because the foreign stuff was better, to put it simply.
Better written?
Better written.
Better imagined?
Better distributed. There was also this language thing, if you're really going to look at it. What's happened now is that the gap has increased so much, Barkha. I mean, I write largely in the same space. It's not for kids specifically, so it's not the same audience, but in the same space. And in the world of books,
but I mean, there's superhumans in your...
Yeah, superhumans, and there are magicians and so on. And, you know, I've done 5 books. I've been told they've all been bestsellers, but it's made absolutely no dent on the cultural mainstream. Like, say, something like Chiller Party will do, right?
But you're saying it's just about the fact that they were better written?
No, not at all. I mean, see, this is...
Or that the English-speaking socioeconomic strata, in a sense, will gravitate a little more towards the West.
See, I mean, this is a question that's coming up tonight for you in your show. This is a question that has haunted me the last 8 years.
Yeah.
You know, so this is something I can rant about endlessly, really. It's a combination of many things. One, Indian publishing is not that developed. 2, the Western systems of, you know, MOOCs, movies plus books plus games plus merchandise, it's smoothly oiled machinery that just, you know, works so well for everyone concerned. The other thing is that if you're an Indian creator, you can't penetrate through to the world market beyond a certain level, whether it's films, whether it's books. Short personal story, the last 2 books, also in the same space. Send them to publishers in the UK and the US. Dream publishers, dream editors said yes. So I was jumping up and down. Marketing said no, because how are you going to sell an unknown Indian to a Western audience? So until these things change...
Yeah. So it's a dominance in a sense also of the publishing empire, as it were, the multimedia empire really, in the West. Vikas, what made you want to make a children's film?
Actually, I don't think we ever decided to make a children's film. It was just a story we wanted to tell, and it happened to be a children's story. Because I think as a child, I lived a much more heroic life than I do today. And it was a story about heroism, and it just made much more impact to me with 10-year-olds than with 40-year-olds. So it was just a story.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.